All right. But I'm gonna put it down because I need that shit. All right. Cool. Now, start the animal. Everything works out correctly. Oh, yeah, you sub. That's cool. All right. Now I gotta share this shit. I always kind of forget how to do this. Share. There we go. Link. All right. Fuck it. I got everything. I'm done all I can do. Oh, I fucking forgot my controller. Guess I'm gonna be fired now. I just can't do my job right. Can't do my job right. Oh. All right. Oh. See if we get any cool peeps to join, and if not, I don't know. Think life of. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Think life of. Think the life of and all. You know what I'm saying? Wait for this shit now. wait for this shit to load. Fuck, it's hot. Kind of feel like I'm in hell. Oh, maybe I don't have to start a new game. Maybe it's got all my stuff on here still. Huh. Well, just do a new game, I guess. We'll start it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
I gave up my seat.
It's gotta be 20 clicks. Who then?
You catch me?
Okay. Showtime. Fire department, out the way! Rings of Forza, Jefe?
Wow, looks like we're fully booked. Better grab my seat.
Ugh. What's up? What's up, Fire Goddess? Hope you're doing good today. Hot as fuck out here. I don't know if it's hot where you are, but hot as fuck out here. Playing some zombies because I thought because I had to reinstall the game after I had to reset my computer, so I thought maybe it just didn't. Maybe I'd have to start a new game, so I'd like psych myself up to start a new game, and
Must be miles back.
didn't have to start a new game, but I guess I started a new game anyway because shit, fucking the character I was playing, that kind of sucks. I don't know. And fuck it, I figured might as well. I wasn't that far in the game anyway, as far as the character I was playing on here. So,
Can I get a selfie?
oh, she got bit by zombies. She done got eaten by zombies. But thank you for being here, Fire Goddess. Appreciate it. Just stuck inside because it's so fucking hot outside. It's supposed to get 100 here where I am, and I'm just not down with that. I mean, you know, like 90, you know, that kind of thing, 85, 90. I mean, I could deal with that. It's hot, but I could deal with it. But I can't do fucking 100 degrees and shit. It's just uncomfortable at that point. And I burn like a fucking lobster when I go outside, so I don't really feel like getting fucking, I don't feel like getting fucking like super burnt. But yeah, that's the name of the game today. So I figured, fuck it. Well, since it's hot as hell in here, we're gonna play some zombies in hell. Hell yeah, run that treadmill. Run that treadmill. Run that treadmill. All right. Yeah, I mean, I've been to LA before, and also gets hot as fuck there. So, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. See, this guy fucking sucks though. Like, it says he has the toughest stuff. Or toughest, uh, the toughest, or the highest toughness, or whatever, which is supposed to help you knock zombies down more. I don't really feel like it was doing shit for me. I mean, his health and everything is cool. His critical damage sucks though. And I hate to say it, but critical damage is a little better on this game than it is on most things. I hate to say it, but Danny is probably the best character in this game, at least when I played it. I mean, like, if Carla had critical damage, she'd be the best, because she has really good toughness, stamina, and health and everything. Her agility sucks, but it's fine, because the agility don't really do fucking much of anything. But she fucking has no critical damage. And without critical damage in this game, you basically boo-boo butter. Like, your regular hits don't do shit anyway. You're pretty much stuck on... pretty much kind of stuck on fucking just doing regular hits and shit. And if you power up your hit, you don't really do much. Now, this guy has the highest critical damage out of all of them. But his fucking health sucks. And as far as I know, your health don't really upgrade that much as far as like when you're actually doing stuff. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Well, yeah, take it easy. Don't hurt yourself. But yeah, at least you're getting your steps in it, if nothing else. But I'm glad you're at least getting your steps in, Fire Goddess, and working that shit. Just take it easy and all, you know. Now, this guy might not be too bad. I mean, his resilience fucking sucks ass, but I don't remember exactly what resilience does. He has the highest health in the game, I think. And everything else is pretty good for him, but his resilience is ass. His stamina is pretty good. I don't know. Danny is probably the best character in this game, in my opinion, at least for the ones I played. But then again, I mean, sense of agility doesn't mean shit in this game. I mean, I guess he would be pretty good, but his critical damage sucks. I don't know who else would be a good character to put. I mean, again, this guy's not too bad. His resilience sucks, but he's got good health and everything. Everything else is kind of average. It says Jacob gets stackable minor damage boost when attacking in quick succession, which is cool. I mean, you need like knives and swords and shit to do that because they attack fast. Jacob critical damage hits when stamina is low, gets a moderate damage boost, and regains weight. Jacob's critical hits when stamina is low, gets a moderate damage boost. Oh, and regains stamina. His health recovery sucks though too. I mean, the health recovery is not great in this game anyway, regardless. I don't know. Should I play as Jacob or should I play as Danny? Because they seem to be the two best characters as far as stats go. Danny's cool. She's Irish. So, I mean, I could play as an Irish chick. And since I'm a leprechaun, I mean, showing the Irish pride and all. But, goddamn, the colors on this game look weird on my TV compared to on my actual computer screen. I don't know if they look better or worse, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it, really. The one thing that makes Danny good in this game, compared to most other people, is the fact that her heavy attacks trigger a forceful explosion one, so that definitely helps you with your her health recovery sucks. So I guess I'll try Jacob. I mean, his the not too bad, I guess. Critical hits do get a little bit of damage boost, so I mean maybe it won't be so bad. So I guess we'll try Jacob. But yeah, we'll try Jacob and see how that goes and see if he's worth playing as, and hopefully we right. Because the male stripper guy was not the business. He did ass damage and was not good on pretty much any level. video game logic, you get stuck in the gut and you're bleeding out, and yet you still somehow can not die. I'm bleeding out, and you get one med kit, and then you like inject yourself with a fucking syringe, and it just magically heals your shit. Wouldn't that be nice to have in fucking real life, man? Fucking awesome, but nope. I don't know what he poured on himself. I'm assuming alcohol of some kind, but I could be wrong. See, you just inject yourself with a magic drug and it just heals you. Well, at least he put a bandage on himself. Although that bandage didn't look big enough to be able to put his guts back in his body, but you know, it is what it is. Also, if anybody else is watching this, hello. It's still pretty early in the stream, but just playing some Dead Island 2 to pass the time because it is hot as fuck outside and I'm not going out there right now. I think it's probably like 95 degrees by now, I think. It's supposed to get to 100 today, and I'm good. And plus, like, living where I am, the solar radiation fucking out here sucks, so I'm not, like, gonna go out and get my ass toasted and roasted, so, I don't exactly remember where to go in this part. Oh, yeah. So, I figured we would chill and play some Dead Rising on a new game, because I thought that my other game was going to be gone since I had to reinstall this game, but apparently not. So the cloud did save me, which is cool. The cloud saved my save game file, but I'd already kind of like but yeah, I thought that I'd have to start a new game anyway, so I'd like already kind of psych myself up to do it, and then so I decided to just start over anyway. And also, I didn't really like the dude that I was playing as. He wasn't that good, so I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what this guy is about. The punk star roster guy. Oh, you might want to walk that off, sir. Although I never really understood this part because like he burned his shit. Don't get me wrong, he's like way burned, but like, why is he just stuck upright? You don't really like just. I mean, you'd have to really stay up there for a while. You rigor mortis set him like that, but it is what it is. Grab a weapon. Where's the weapon at? I know I have a weapon somewhere. Oh, there's a weapon. Weapons. We go grab the weapons. Anyway, what I was saying was thanks for everybody showing up. I appreciate it. I know that the colors on this thing look fucking kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know if it's better or worse on my screen than it is on the computer screen, but it is what it is. My TV is like 4K though, so that's probably how it's supposed to look, but whatever. Anyway, appreciate everybody who's watching this, if you are watching this. And if you haven't, like and sub to show your boy some love, because that would make me happy. Although it is happy that anybody's watching this shit today. But yeah, hopefully we gonna have some fun and beat some zombies' faces in and have a good time doing it. And the best thing is we get to like be in LA, but we don't actually have to be in LA, which is awesome because LA is kind of a shithole. I mean, nothing against somebody who lives in LA, because I mean I feel sorry for you having to live in LA. But yeah, it's just not what I would. Jesus fucking Christ, not what I call a great place to live, unfortunately, for a number of reasons. Rent fucking sucks, and it's crowded as fuck out there, and not super safe. Actually, it's not really safe at all for the most part. A lot of homeless people and shit out there, unfortunately, and yeah, it's just not a great place to live. But hey, if you want to live out there, more power to you. Hopefully, you will enjoyment out of it, because I sure so wouldn't. But yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, thanks for anybody watching and hanging out with me today, and hopefully you're not boiling alive like the rest of us are in the heat. Hopefully Sean's not fucking roasting, but I know he lives in a state that it gets pretty hot too, so.
Almost home.
Will you stop firing those bloody flares?
So,
Something in a plane.
yeah.
Stay back.
Hope everybody's having a good day, and hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're staying hydrated, and you know. And if you ain't doing good today, I apologize. It's, you know, tomorrow will be a new day. Sometimes the best thing you can do when you're having a bad day is just get through the day and just have good feelings about the next one. You know, and if you can do one thing today to make life just a little better for yourself or somebody else, and I think you've done a good job. And if you can't, then you know, try again tomorrow. You know, try to do two good things tomorrow. You know, it's all about making life better for yourself and making sure that you know, you're
I can't hear
cool
you.
people.
I got blood coming out of my ears.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
People, this is Emma John. Of course, if you know what it
Also, if you got a fire in the bowl, fire in the bowl for your boy, and fire in the bowl for the Ballards, wherever they may be today. Hopefully Mila's doing good at work, but she is kind of the one that started the fire in the bowl trend, so we shall keep it going. And if you smoke it, if you got it, smoke it, and if you don't smoke, then do, you know, a hit of air or oxygen for us. And I don't mean like the concentrated kind. I just mean take a deep breath and, you know, fill them lungs with all that air and all that oxygen, because oxygen good for you. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a pleasant day and doing well. And if not, I hope things getting better. Shout out to all the boys and the women's, all the boys and the women folk.
Okay, Michael, if you're sure. Here's my address in case you change your mind.
Keep it chill. I'll call the army. Send help.
It's definitely thinking about maybe going to see the new 28 Years Later or whatever later today. See how that goes. Love going to the movies. Go usually if there's something playing. I don't go for everything. I mean, I used to kind of go be one of those people because I have like the A-list thing at AMC, so I could pretty much go. I think now 4 times a week, but I can go 4 times a week to go see movies and shit. And so, you know, I can go pretty much almost whenever I want for the most part. I mean, they're 7 days a week. I could go more than half of the week to see a movie if I wanted to. I don't have that much time, unfortunately, anymore. So, you know, I go to see movies that I want to see. I'm a little bit more selective than I was when I first got it. When I first got it, I was going to see just about everything came out. But, you know, I mean, I love movies, don't get me wrong. And always happy to watch movies for the most part, but you know, like after a little while sitting through shit movies, just to see them, I got kind of irritated with it, and so I don't like go to see everything now. Like I said, I kind of used to, but I don't anymore. I go just to see things I actually want to see. Doesn't mean that I don't go see shit movies sometimes. I mean, yeah, I'll go see a shit movie if I, you know, if I think it's going to be at least entertaining. I mean, what was the last shit movie I saw? I'm trying to think. Or a movie that, like, maybe what I thought was going to be better and it just wasn't. I'd have to think about that for a minute because I can't think of movies I've seen. Well, I went and saw that movie Friendship with Paul Rudd, and I can never remember the guy's name, but he's that awkward white guy. I think he used to do like maybe Saturday Night Live or something or Mad TV. I don't remember, but anyway, he's like the definition of an awkward white dude in that in just real life for the most part. So I guess first name's Michael something, but anyway. It's an A24 movie, so take it what we will. I don't like all of their movies, but I'm usually pretty presently. Oh, there's still more zombies here. Still usually pretty pleasantly surprised when I go see their movies, for the most part. Again, I'm not like an A24 fanboy or anything. I haven't seen every movie they've made, and I probably won't see every movie they've ever made. But at the same time, the preview for this one I kind of wanted to see because they were hinting at something it being kind of different from what you thought it was going to be. And it was good, but it was kind of hard to watch because in the long run, in the end, it just kind of ended up being like the world's longest crash out by the world's most awkward white man. And I'm like, damn, you're not really helping us with the image of white people, but you know. But Paul Rudd was awesome. I mean, Paul Rudd's fucking almost good in just about everything he does. I mean, I don't honestly know if I've seen a movie where Paul Rudd was at least like the secondary character or a main character that I didn't like, but. You know, I mean, I'm sure there might be something in there. Oh, well, okay, so Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, that one, that was an early movie for him, even though he kind of looks the same still, but that one is, I like Halloween 6 as much as I dislike Halloween 6. Like, I have a very love-hate relationship with that movie because I think, like, in general, it is a good... I think it's an okay movie for what it is. Just being a movie in general. So, that was cool. But, you know, again, probably like one of the few movies I can think of with Paul Rudd where he's not, like, a main character or a secondary character that wasn't pretty good for the most part. I guess if I had to say like a low point for his movies, that'd probably be the one. But at the same time, for the most part, I think I like his movies. Trying to think, no, he wasn't in that movie. I was thinking, wasn't he the stepbrother in Clueless? But I don't think he was. That was somebody else. But anyway, yeah, Paul Rudd, pretty good dude. He was probably the best part in that movie, even though, like, I guess I could kind of both sympathize with his character, but also I think he was being kind of a douchebag in some parts. And I was kind of wrong about the movie too. I originally thought the movie was going to end up being the awkward white dude's, the main character's wife. I thought she was going to be banging Paul Rudd. That didn't happen, so I at least was happy about that because I thought it was going to be like one of those things where, you know, they become friends, but secretly it's because Paul Rudd's banging the dude's wife and he didn't want to find out or something. But it was nothing like that. It was literally just like the worst crash out from a man who has some issues, and then it just at some point in part of the movie it just became kind of hard to watch. But I finished it and it was good. I wouldn't probably see it again because it wasn't really like that kind of movie. But at the same time, like, yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, probably the greatest like crash out movie I've ever seen. But outside of that, it was it was okay. Also, it's kind of late in the month, but Happy Men's Mental Awareness Month as well. I know it gets kind of glossed over for a lot of people and a lot of things that also happen in this month, but, you know, I've had friends and people I know get to low points in life, and I've even got to low points in my life quite a bit. But, you know, the best thing you can do is reach out and, talk to people and get their perspective, and sometimes that's not all you need. I mean, that's probably really all you need, but it's definitely like it helps. And no man is an island, even though we wish we were, kind of in a way, or we at least I wouldn't say we wish we were. We definitely try to be, I think, in a way, as men, for the most part, especially in like a certain age. Like, we all grow up in different ways and different ages and everything because of time differences and shit. I was born in the late 80s, and some people I know were born in the 90s, and some people I know were born in the 2000s. And so it's all different age groups, and I hate to say it, but it does. Every couple of years, the generation kind of shifts to the new one. I don't think it's necessarily like right away, but it definitely happens. And one of the things that you kind of realize when you are growing up is that a lot of the stuff that like people who are older than you complain about, you kind of find yourself also starting to identify with things that are not necessarily the same, but it's the same idea of just being fed up with, with shit and the way that shit's going with a certain demographic of people or like a certain age group of people. And, it's like the angry old man get off my lawn type of thing. I mean, when you're a kid, you always have that one angry old dude that's get the fuck off my lawn kind of thing. And you grow up thinking he is just an absolute, mean dipshit. And to some extent he might be, but at the same time, as you get older, you kind of start to identify more and more with the mean old man. Not necessarily saying that you're going to be mean, but you can kind of start to see like some of the shit that they complain about that we start to complain about, but in just different ways. And then it kind of clicks one day that like, oh shit, I've become like the grown-ups that like I used to know back in the day. I would say it's probably a realization that happens to everybody. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It is just a thing. And so, as we get older, we definitely realize that, the things that the generation before us struggled with is also things that we struggle with just in different ways, and we, kind of in a subconscious way model ourselves after the people that we grow up around as far as people who are older than us, and that's why some people, if you grow up with shitty people and you're not smart about it, you might grow up to be a shitty person. Not always, but it definitely does happen. And that's why I like falling in with the wrong crowd and shit, but we all grow up different ways and different time periods in life. And so, we deal with different shit in different ways, but at the same time, and the core of it all, we're all still human beings. And, something is like being a man that I might deal with might not be the exact same thing as somebody that I know who is a man that deals with, but at least I can relate for the most part. And I definitely think that, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, men get overlooked when it comes to the whole mental health aspect of life. And I don't necessarily say it the bad way. It's just kind of what it is. We don't, and sometimes we do it to ourselves. We don't talk about shit we bullshit in. But I think that, like I said, even though we kind of want to think we are, no man is an island, and it's always okay to reach out to people if you need it, because if they're really your homies, they will be there for you when you need it. And so you got to remember to like, it doesn't make you a weak person to reach out to anybody, and it doesn't make you a bad person to have issues, because everybody got them. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are, rich, poor, tall, small, fat, thin, man, woman, everything in between. Human beings got issues. We always do. It's always going to be that way, unfortunately. And sometimes, it is okay to kind of hold things in here and there, because there is a time and place for everything. But at the same time, you also want to make sure that you are not sacrificing your own mental health just for the sake of others, because that's not a good thing either. And so, but that's not what I want to do. So just remember, like I said, in honor of mental health or Men's Mental Health Month, if you a dude out there and you're struggling, reach out and talk to somebody about it. It may not exactly fix your issues, but it definitely helps you feel a little better about it. At the very least, it lets you release some of that stress so that you ain't bottling up all that inside. Because when you do that kind of shit, that shit can cause real problems. That's how people like have nervous breakdowns and shit, unfortunately. And I'm not like laughing at it as like I think it's funny. It's actually a very sad thing, but it is a very real thing in life too, and we got to remember that. So like I was just saying that if you a man out there and you're struggling, reach out, and if you a woman out there, it's the same shit for women. You just gotta support each other anyway. Women crash out, men crash out. We all have mental issues. We just handle a little differently, and even if sometimes we make stupid jokes about shit, it don't trivialize nothing. It's just there to, comedy is a way to release the stress on things that normally wouldn't be able to be talked about. And, there's a limit to everything, obviously, but we just want to make sure that we're, even if we make stupid jokes, that we still kind to each other. And, so, like I said, it's kind of late in the month, obviously, and I haven't really talked about anything like this because I don't really have a whole lot of people that come in here and watch. But regardless, even if one person is watching, which I know Fire Goddess is at the very least, and so, we just gotta, I personally don't think that months for shit really do anything. I don't think that there should be like a month of anything for anything. Granted, there should be a remembrance about certain things in life. But putting a month on shit is just getting kind of stupid because it's like, why should we only, participate in something like men's mental health for a month? Like that should be a fucking a constant thing for each person anyway. But it is what it is, I guess. I can't control that kind of thing, but I think it's just kind of stupid in some ways to have a month focused on one thing when it's probably a more serious topic than a month can provide, and at the same time, we spend months on, we give a certain things a month, but we give like Veterans Day or Memorial Day. Like that should be a fucking an all the time thing where we should be thanking our fallen comrades and the ones that are over there who are still alive fighting for us. But it is what it is. It is unfortunately not something that I agree with entirely, but at the same time, I don't bash it either. So, but at the same time, in the spirit of Mental Health Month, in the general sense of the Mental Health Month for men, like I said, if you're struggling, reach out. We're always here for the boys, the men's and the women's here for the boys, and we're here to talk and see what's going on. And like I said, it may not fix your issues at the time, but it sure as hell will bring the pressure off somewhat, so that you can think slightly clearly in whatever is going on in life. Because we all got shit going on in life constantly, 24/7. Life is a series of struggles in this bitch, and it is really just about how you make it to the end of the struggle that really counts. Life is a journey, and it is there to teach you shit if you listen. But yeah, so like I said, hopefully all my men folks is doing okay. Hopefully all the women folks is doing okay. Hopefully everybody is, staying busy or taking a break, because taking breaks are good too. You always gotta take a break once in a while. I should know grinding the shit out of yourself in different ways is not good. Moderation is everything in life. Moderation is key, and you got to have a moderation between work and hobbies and exercise and all kinds of other shit. But hopefully everybody in general is doing good today, and even if you're not doing amazingly good, at least you can take the time to hang out with your boy and give your rest or give your trials and tribulations a break for now, so we can enjoy killing some zombies. Because zombies is dead, so you know they have to die anyway. I'm sure that there are probably some zombie sympathizers out there somewhere in the world, but fuck zombies, they're already dead. They need to go back. And I'm sorry, anything trying to eat me is not cool. I mean, that's why I don't put myself in situations where I might get eaten. You know, I mean, obviously zombies don't exist as far as we know, unless you're on bath salts, and then you might be a bath salt zombie. But even then, you're not really a true zombie. You're just insane and eat people's faces and shit, and the penises and stuff. Although if you, Derek, you eat penis on the daily, you just don't tell anyone about it. And if you are Sean, you eat penis on the daily and you let everybody know about it. But no judgment. You know, if you like to eat penis, fair enough. Eat all the penis you want. Just make sure that they attach to the person that you've eaten it from. You're not really eating it. Because if you're really eating it, then you probably are like Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit, and that's not cool.
Job's a good one.
Jeffrey Dahmer was a very troubled man. He shouldn't have eaten people's penises, but he did. And so it is what it is. But yeah, zombies, I mean, zombies is really not people's. Zombies is just zombies, and I think it's totally okay to kill zombies. Because, I mean, they're already dead anyway. But, you know, because zombies don't really exist as far as we know, I also don't put in my situation where I'm going to eat my wild animals either. Because that shit's stupid. I mean, I might, like, you know, do a shark thing one day, like where you go in the cage and see sharks. That would be kind of cool, even though sharks terrify the fuck out of me. Even though I know that they're like kind of misunderstood, but still, fuck all that. They eat me, and I'm not cool with that. But because I'm not cool being eaten, you know, I don't go swimming where there's sharks because that's just stupid. And so it's like if you know, if I'm not going places where there's sharks in the water, I'm cool. Now, granted, I don't have, well, I do kind of have a fear of deep water to a point. I mean, yeah, the ocean is scary as fuck just because it's so big and like, you know, so easy to kill you. But it's not like the water that I'm so much afraid of. It's definitely what's in the water that I'm afraid of. And I don't know if that's like different than like a fear of water in general. Because I love water. I love swimming and shit. I wish I had a pool now. It'd be dope because it's like 100 degrees out here and I'd love a pool. But I don't have a pool. And so, and I don't know anybody who has a pool. And the public pools out here get filled up like a motherfucker. I tried that one year to go to the public pool. And nah, I ain't going to sit outside for 3 hours just for the hope of being able to swim an hour before that shit closes. That's not cool. So it is what it is. But I love swimming and shit. And, but it's like, you know, I'm also not stupid. And so, like, swimming in the ocean, not really, not for me. I mean, I'll go to the beach and swim a little bit, but outside of that, I ain't going like 10 feet out off the coast because I ain't going to get swept out or eaten. And so, if I'm not going to get eaten by sharks out there, then I'm cool. Now, like people who go out in the middle of the ocean and go swimming and shit, fuck all that. Nah, I'm good. You don't know what's down there, at least not everything anyway. So yeah, I don't play with that shit. Lakes are easier for me. I can swim in a lake, but at the same time, I have there's still kind of that fear of what's underneath you because you can't see through lakes. They're too murky and nasty anyway. And so it's like if I'm in a lake, I'll go swimming. Probably not. I mean, if we go in the middle of the lake, I'll go swimming still for the most part. But at the same time, I still be a little scared that like a lake monster going to eat me or something because, like I said, you don't always know what's down there, and there could be Nessie or some shit, or like a sea monster. Who knows? And everybody's like, the sea monsters don't exist, and I'm like, you don't know that. You just never seen one. I mean, got land monsters. They motherfucking exist. And that's also why I don't go to, like, the jungles of wherever the fuck that they have, like, tigers and shit. Because, nah, tigers are mean as fuck, and they will eat you. They will eat you probably more than any other big cat, except for, like, maybe a jaguar. Jaguars are, like, the meth heads of the jungle as far as like how they act to things. I've watched a lot about jaguars because they're pretty cool. Also, fun fact: there's no actual Black Panther because panther, the genus panther, like belongs to another genus of cat, and it's technically like a misconception. So, yeah, fun fact about that. You'd have to look more into it because I'm a little stoned and I don't exactly remember why it doesn't. They don't exactly count, but yeah, there's not like a true Black Panther out there because they're not technically panthers or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, jaguars, they definitely are like jungle meth heads because they are mean as fuck, they are hella violent, and they will snatch your life out from under you faster than you can know. So you gotta be real careful around jaguars. And they can go like anywhere. Jaguars can climb trees, they can swim. They can swim real well, actually. They're almost better swimmers than on fucking land in a lot of fucking fucked up ways. They can climb trees, they can swim, they can run faster than you. You know, they don't eat like, or they don't kill people like other, not people, but like animals like other big cats do. Because a lot of big cats will like go for your jugular or like try to take you down any way they can. Jaguars literally bite your fucking head and like put their teeth in your brain, so you like get like, at the very least, you get like a fucking frontal lobe lobotomy or some shit. And then they just drag you off and eat you. They don't even wait for you to be dead. They just drag you off into a tree and just start eating your ass, and then they'll save half of you for later when they're hungry again. So yeah, they mean as fuck, and you really can't get away from them. So don't fuck with jaguars. That's like a PSA from your friendly neighborhood leprechaun. Don't fuck with jaguars. They will fuck you up. Panthers too, even though they're not real creatures, they're something else. I just don't remember what they are. But tigers are like number 2. I would say tigers are number 1 because they're bigger than panthers. But also tigers are like they're not like, I'm not explaining it. They're not as I have to block something. But what do I have? Why don't I have no weapons? Oh, all my weapons. Whatever, anyway. But yeah, tigers, they definitely are like probably the meanest big cat out there, and they definitely like will. There's been like reports of them actually hunting people for different reasons. Like if you hurt them, they will literally like hunt your ass to get you back. They're kind of vengeful animals for some weird reason, and we don't really know why. But they're also like, if you fuck with their mates and shit, they will hunt you down. But I mean, everybody thinks of like lions as like, cause you know, King of the Jungle lions and shit. Everybody thinks that like they the big ass cats that be scared of. But for one, tigers are other areas that lions are not. Lions are definitely more like hotter desert regions for the most part. There are some lions in the jungle, don't get me wrong. But I mean, if I had to choose between fighting a tiger or fighting a lion, I'd probably pick a lion, and I'd probably pick a male lion, mainly because male lions are kind of lazy. They still hunt and shit, don't get me wrong, and they still kill you. But as far as like between a male, like a lion and a lioness, lionesses are definitely the more vicious creatures. They will kill your ass pretty quick, and they do a lot of the hunting too. Male lions take care of like the pride and like make sure that nothing comes and fucks with them. But they're more like security and like leader and shit. They're not like entirely like hunters as far as like as much as the lionesses anyway. I think lionesses definitely hunt more than male lions do. Male lions really are there to get booty and to protect everybody. Women usually go, and the lionesses usually do a lot of the hunting and shit for the prides and shit, and for the young the cubs and shit. So they definitely do a lot, and they definitely are the MVPs of the lion world. And they kind of control shit in a lot of ways. I mean, the lion is still like the top lion, but the lionesses don't be trifling with either. Plus, you know, lions are kind of like weirdly polygamous in a lot of ways, so they just have like one lion will have like a lot of different lionesses, especially like the main lion of the pride and shit. But tigers, they just mean as fuck. They big as fuck too, and they will they will eat you, and they don't even give a fuck. And sometimes they don't even eat you; they just kill you and leave you there. They probably poop on you to like desecrate your own body too. I know bears do that. Like, you know, they say bears, like, you're supposed to pretend to be dead or whatever when you fight with bears, and they leave, well, not all bears, obviously, but some bears, like, if you pretend to be dead, like, they'll leave you alone. Well, like, as it turns out, that's not entirely true. They do kind of leave you alone, but what they usually do is if you play dead, they will try to see if you're alive by, like, pawing at you and, like, biting on you and shit just to see if they can get a reaction out of you. And if you still don't move, then they think that you at least dead or that you probably close to being dead. And then they will drag you off into somewhere. They will bury you in shit and fucking like branches and shit. They will shit on you and piss on you for one because they want to like lure other animals or they want to keep other animals away from you. And the stank of their shit and piss will apparently do that. But then they bury you too. They also like kick up dirt and shit on you. And so like even if you do like play dead with a bear, they still gonna like hurt you somewhat, and then they gonna drag you off usually by like the neck or the head somewhere, and then they gonna shit and piss on you and bury you. So I don't know what is good about that. Now, granted, you know I think that as black bears, the ones that you're kind of supposed to fight against because they're kind of pussies, so they don't really fight things that fight them, unless you're near their cubs and shit, and then it's on. But for the most part, like I think with them, those are the ones you're supposed to fight back. Like brown bear, like brown lay down, black fight back, or something like that. But still, I mean, even fighting a black bear, that'd be scary as shit. They're not big bears, but they're definitely mean bears, and they will rock your shit. So it's like, I mean, even that's kind of a risky move, to be honest. So be careful if you I mean, honestly, if you see the bear, best thing is just to back away slowly as you can and try to make sure it doesn't, try to come get you. But if it does come get you, I mean, it's on at that point, I mean, shit, you got to do what you got to do. And, if you do have to fight a bear and it means saving your own life, then fuck it, fight a bear. Fuck, I mean, better than end up dead. Because then if you die, they still shit and piss on you. And then they leave you, and then they come back and eat you later. And they won't even eat all of you. So, yeah, bears are kind of disrespectful like that. I mean, granted, they ain't doing it maliciously. They just doing it to survive. But, yeah, they don't... Bears, like, aren't, like, necessarily scavengers, per se. But they're not, like... They have to be, like, real hungry to eat in the spot. They usually, like I said, leave you for a second and then come back and eat you. Not 100% sure why, but it's kind of like when stoners eat, we gotta like smoke a bowl and then eat, and so we don't eat our food like right away, or we like get high before the food's ready and then we eat it. Kind of the same thing, except bears don't really smoke weed. Although, God, this is running like Yuki water. I don't know why. Why are the zombies running at like 20 fucking FPS, but I'm running like normal? What is my CPU at? My CPU's at almost 40%. Why is it so high? What is going on? I don't even think I need this on there, really, to be honest. If I remember correctly, I think I can close this. That might help. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with my stream at all. Okay, so hopefully that'll help it a little bit. My laptop is pretty powerful, but it would help if I had another like couple gigs of RAM in this motherfucker. I've thought about doing that, although after this last minute that I was using this shit and it started to like fuck up on me and I had to restart or reset it or whatever. I almost thought I was gonna have to get a new laptop, unfortunately, but I don't. But I mean, I can update the RAM in this thing, but you can't really update much else. And, I mean, granted, PCs don't age quite as bad as consoles do as far as, like, what you have in them. And I think my laptop has a 3050 in it. I think it's a 3050 Ti, if I remember correctly, which, again, is a couple generations back now. But it seems like they come out with graphic cards so fucking fast nowadays. I mean, fuck. It's like every 6 months there's a new fucking graphic card. But I definitely don't have, like a 4090 or anything in this bitch. So, granted, I've never really had a problem playing this game either. You know, I don't think it's my internet, because my internet's pretty bomb. So it's probably just my computer struggling a little bit. Working better than it was. Like I said, I had to restart the whole. I had to factory reset this fucker and then like put it back to what it was. But usually it runs a little better than this, I think. But it is what it is. Well, let's see if I run into another zombie. And if I run into another zombie and they're still like moving at like fucking 20 FPS, I'll probably just restart the game and see if that works.
Even I know electricity and water ain't a good mix.
I think I am gonna. Well, I think I am gonna restart this game real quick because it does feel like it's playing a little sluggish. So we'll be right back with this shit. But yeah, I don't really travel places that are gonna get me eaten by animals. At least not easily. So I probably will never go to like the jungles of New Guinea or Peru or anything like that. I'll probably never see the Amazon like up close, which I'm entirely okay with for the most part. You know, the jungles and the rainforests and shit are death traps themselves, so I'm cool. I don't need to go explore a lot of shit myself. See, now my CPU dropped down like less than 10%. So let's see if this helps to restart this. But yeah, so, you know, I kind of stay places that I'm not going to get eaten. I've been to zoos and shit, which I have mixed feelings about zoos. I mean, they're cool. As far as like being able to see animals that you normally can't see in the wild without, you know, risk getting your face eaten and shit, or like shit and pissed on and buried in the woods somewhere, or like just maimed horribly to the point where you might live but you still like aren't the same person anymore. That would suck. But at the same time, I don't like zoos because of the like. It seems like any like a zoo that you are like is out there is probably not the best zoo in the world. You know, and captivity for animals is just not really that cool for most animals anyway. So, like I said, zoos are cool because like with zoos you get to experience animals that you normally wouldn't get to experience. But at the same time, like they're not that great for animals, and the condition of animals is usually like not what it should be. So, you know. Places like SeaWorld and shit and stuff that can eat a dick, because those places are even worse than zoos. At least with some zoos, you know, you at least get like some shit you need. You know, SeaWorld is like you just get locked in a tank, you can barely move around, and you just shit and piss in the water all night until they free you. So yeah, SeaWorld and like Marine World and all that places, those places can eat a dick. That's not cool. And I guarantee you, they all treat their animals like shit. I think that one of the only animals that does slightly good in captivity for the most part is seals. For some reason, seals do okay in captivity. Not the greatest, but they do okay compared to other animals. But a lot of animals like killer whales and shit, nah, they usually don't last. Also, the reason why apparently you don't see great white sharks in aquariums and shit is because they are also horrible animals to keep captive. I think that just about every time they've tried to have a great white captive in a zoo, or I mean not a zoo, but an aquarium or something, they always die from different reasons. And apparently they're really hard to take care of. So that's why you don't usually see like great white sharks in aquariums and shit. You see like sharks that are easier to take care of, like nurse sharks and shit. But yeah, aquariums and shit. I mean, for like. I don't know. For smaller fish, I mean, whatever. I mean, people have aquariums, and smaller fish do okay. And, like, obviously, like, goldfish and shit shouldn't be in, like, large areas of water because they will just continue to grow forever until they just become giant, and they will also eat everything. Goldfish are kind of an invasive species, no matter where you put them in a weird way. So, and they can live, like, almost anywhere, except for, like, saltwater, I think. So, I mean, goldfish, like, stuff like that, I mean, that's fine. Like certain small fish, fine, I guess, because usually most tanks can be big enough and firm anyway, and as long as you take good care of them, it's fine. But like, I don't think that like big fish or any kind of like big sea animal should be ever kept in captivity because it just is. It's kind of inhumane in a lot of ways. Now, granted, I know that there are certain animals that for whatever reason can't be released into the ocean. That's fine, but for the ones that we capture and like do that? No, that's fucked up. And I never think that there should be like an animal born in captivity. It should be kept in captivity. I think that animal should be raised to be let go. But that's just me. But I don't. I stay away from most animals and shit like that. I mean, I've been to aquariums and shit, and I've been in the ocean. I went snorkeling before when I visited my grandparents. That was cool. Scary as fuck because you are breathing like not underwater, what I would say, but you're breathing like through a hole or the tube or whatever, and it's a very unnatural thing because you're in water. And so when I was snorkeling, I had to like remind myself to breathe a lot because it's like when you're underwater, you naturally like want to hold your breath and you don't want water getting in your mouth. But breathing underwater is like kind of a natural feeling. So I was hyperventilating a lot when I was doing it at first. Eventually, you get kind of your breathing under control, but it is a kind of weird feeling at first. But yeah, I went snorkeling like a couple times when I was visiting my grandparents, and that was fun. We didn't see anything too crazy as far as like there are no sharks or nothing next to us, but we saw some sea turtles and like coral and little fishes and shit like that. Now, granted, you're snorkeling, so you can't get that close to anything, but it still is it was still a cool experience to be able to see all the fishes and shit and be able to see them in the water as clear as I could. But yeah, it's still an interesting thing to do. But I probably will never like scuba dive. I don't know if I'd be a scuba diver person. I will never be a scuba Steve or anything like that. Scuba diving kind of scares me. And it's not the act of scuba diving that scares me. It's being under the water like that is fucking scary as fuck. And I'm cool kind of in a way. You will never see me scuba diving down to a shipwreck or anything like that. Fuck all that. Unless I knew there was like treasures down there or something. But even then, that'd be scary as fuck. Mostly because I'd be convinced I'm going to be eaten by a sea monster or something eventually. But outside of that, yeah, I don't usually. Hold on, what is my settings at? I wonder if that will help me because maybe my settings are too high. No motion, but no brightness. No, everything's set to low though, which is fine with me. This game still looks okay and it plays fine. It's just anyway. Oh, I already got that. What was in there?
A present for me.
It's like one thing I kind of wish the game would have because some kind of like hunter sensor or something, or like hunter vision or something, where it's like I could actually see shit that I normally wouldn't be able to see because finding things in this game is fucking kind of a bitch sometimes. Like there, like some things they do give you like a what do you call it? Like a some kind of like point of interest type of mark on it, where it's like for certain paperwork and stuff you put, or like key cards in this game, you see like a beam of light coming off of it or whatever. Somebody's gonna clip that in a bad way, I'm probably sure. But anyway, you see like a beam of light coming off it, like sparkling upward, and then but a lot of things just get like white, like outline around them. The issue is that if you don't know, or if you don't like not like pretty close to something, it doesn't show the
Even I know electricity and water ain't a
it
good
doesn't show the glowing effect, and so sometimes it's just really hard to find shit in this game. Like I also play Dying Light 2 on the PlayStation because I don't want to buy it again for this shit. I don't know if my computer would run that game very well. I have this game called Deathloop on here, and it's a cool game, and I want to play it on stream, but it is just it like brings my fucking laptop to the max, even on kind of lower settings, and it will not play if I'm doing anything else. So, unfortunately, but yeah, I've been playing Dying Light 2 though as well, which also a great game. It's a little different than this one. I still think it's a better game, but this game is a little bit funnier and kind of kooky in a lot of ways, and obviously different kind of setting. But playing in Los Angeles during the zombie apocalypse is a cool idea, and definitely is better than the first game. First game was okay, but it was very limited as far as what you could do for a lot of it, and unfortunately, with when it comes to like what you can do in this game, there's more, but compared to Dying Light, it's still kind of limited because you can't really. I mean, you can at least climb on shit on this game. I don't remember if you can climb at all on the other game. You can't like parkour up things, but you can definitely like grab onto certain ledges and shit, obviously, which I think it might be slightly better than the first one if I remember correctly. Not 100%, but I think it might be. But regardless, like even if you couldn't, like whatever. I mean, outside of the parkour, the biggest differences between Dead Island and that Dying Light, there wasn't a huge difference. Obviously, you get different instruments in the first game, but like compared to this game, right? This game you get like what's it called, a parachute in this one to like fly around in. You didn't get anything like that in not this game. Dying Light 2, you get a parachute, but I don't think you got a parachute in the first one. I could be wrong with that though, because it's been a while since I played the first one. But I know you get a grappling hook in the first one. I think you get in the second one too, but I haven't gotten it yet. But you get a grappling hook in some point, and then you can grapple around. But you get a parachute in number 2. I know for a fact because I'm playing it, and that's fun. And it's obviously a bigger game overall than Dying Light or than Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 is bigger than the first one, but it's still not quite as big as Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is a pretty massive game for the most part. This game is made up of like 5 or 6 small maps, I think, and Dying Light 2 is made up of 2 giant maps, or at least bigger than this game. Giant, maybe a bad word. Oh, there's something I was looking for. There's another one here somewhere. Oh, I didn't mean to heal though. Just wasted one of my fucking. Just wasted one of my things. But yeah, it's kind of different tones. Like I said, Dead Island and Dead Island 2 kind of have like a campier tone. This game is definitely a very campy tone. It definitely makes fun of one, like zombie movies and just movies in general, or like different games and shit. I think I found Easter eggs on certain games in this one. So it doesn't take itself seriously as Dying Light does. Dying Light definitely is a lot more of a serious game, as far as the tone goes, and so definitely like one is more like a comedy, one is more like kind of a serious zombie movie. So take it what you will on that point of it, but everything else is pretty cool on both of them. I mean, it's again 2 different kind of games. So if you want something that's a little bit bigger and a little bit better in the transversal section, then Dying Light 2 would be better. But Dying Island 2 is fun. It's just a little bit more limited overall. So I don't know if that's a strength or weakness. When it comes to like combat and shit, though, they're basically both the same. There's not much difference. The card system in this game is kind of love it or hate it. I don't have a problem with it necessarily, but it's like in this game with your stats or whatever, you unlock cards, and the cards give you perks or abilities and stuff to be able to do, instead of just giving you the perk or ability to use whenever you want. So you kind of have to pick and choose a little bit. Which does give you kind of some customization options, obviously. If you want to play a certain build and not another one, then you can do it. Granted, I wish that the builds were a little bit more suited or a little different for every character, because I think that they all get the same kind of cards. But just depending on how you want to build the character is kind of cool, because you can't really do that. Well, I mean, you can do that in Dying Light. There is some customization, especially now. But at the same time, it's basically like combat or parkour. Which one do you want more, kind of thing. And that's the biggest thing with that game is like, do you invest in combat or do you invest in parkour? This game is like you get to kind of design your player the way you want to do, like fast, weapons. Do you want to do slow weapons? Do you want to do sharp weapons? Do you want to do blunt weapons? Like, do you want to have more agility, or do you want to be able to do better critical hits, kind of thing? So there is that. But again, outside of that, there's pretty much almost no difference. It's just like kind of 2 shades of the same coin. Because it's like in this game you know make weapons, in the other game you can make weapons. You know, in this game you get weapon mods, in the other game you get weapon mods. You know. This one you fight zombies. The other one you fight zombies. You know, there's some special infected in both the games. Yeah, it's just now. Like I said, if I had to pick between the first two, like Dead Island 1 and Dying Light 1, Dying Light 1's much better game. Dead Island 1 was kind of a technical weirdo at the time because it wasn't the most sophisticated like zombie game, but it wasn't the most unsophisticated zombie game either. So, um, so yeah, it's again. I think it's not. I mean, it's more or less a choose your poison kind of thing for each person. Um, and again, I mean, a lot of people I would say, like probably like me, would like both games to a point, but for different reasons. And you kind of realize that they're in a lot of ways too much the same and too different. So you know, at that point, it's just preferences on what one you want to, what you want to do with that kind of thing. So, I mean, if you want a game that's probably going to last longer, Dying Light 2. If you want a game that's a little bit more funny and campy, then Dead Island 2. You know, if you want better traversal, Dying Light 2 probably has it. If you want simple, Dying Light 1's great. I mean, Dying Light 2, sorry. Dead Island 2 is great. They both start with fucking D's, so yeah. The fuck thought of that. Is your game called Dead Island? What should we name our game? We should name it Dying Light. That's convenient. Now, the biggest difference I think between the two games is the day-night system in Dying Light 2 versus Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 does have night sections, but I don't think it really does anything for you other than it being dark and a little harder to see. But outside of that, I don't think that it really messes with the game like at all. I don't think the zombies get like more powerful or meaner or anything. But definitely, definitely like for general though, like Dying Light 2, I think would appeal to more people depending on what they were looking for as far as the gameplay if it goes, because that's usually matters. But yeah, the night sections for Dying Light 2 can be fucking hard. Don't get me wrong, the night sections for Dying Light 1 were not fun, and I wouldn't say they were fun, but they were not easy. Dying Light 1, definitely when it came to night, it was a little harder, you know, it was hard to whatever. This one is because it's such a bigger game though than Dying Light 1. I think it's like probably twice the size of Dying Light, as far as the map size goes. I might be wrong on that, but I would argue it feels like that way. So if you want a game that is big, then that definitely is going to be better for you. And it'll probably take you longer too, because there's a lot to do in that game with like challenges and side missions and shit like that. But again, the day-night cycle in Dying Light 2 does ramp things up, because the night during Dying Light 2 is a pain in the fucking ass. It's mainly because I don't remember the exact name of them, but they're like the mega zombies that come out only at night, and they are like, I would say probably almost impossible to kill unless you have like the absolute best weapons or something in the game, and are just better at the combat section of the game than other things. But they're, I would say, borderline impossible, if not like the hardest thing to beat in that game just overall. And so that's basically kind of how it comes down to it. Because again, you have to do missions at night too sometimes in Dying Light 2, and those missions are a pain in the ass. Like the main thing is just getting to the place that you're supposed to go to at night, because again, there's so many special infected walking around that like it's hard for it's hard for you to like make it from one place to another alive. because
Get away from it!
you have so many special effects around and they're fast and they will chase you. Until you get to like a UV light area, they will chase the fuck out of you and they will not stop. And it doesn't matter if you glide, if you run. If I haven't gotten the what do you call it, the grappling hook yet, so I don't know how that helps. But I'm assuming if it's in like the first one, that one will help either because they'll just catch up to you. And they will, and I mean, it doesn't take long for them to kill you. I mean, if you have two of them on them, you're gonna be dead within like 10 seconds. It's like fucking 3 swipes from each one of them and you're dead. So it's an interesting game, like overall, and it's fun. I've heard a lot of people say they like the first one better. I haven't played the first one in so long that I probably have to like sit down and actually play it. I will say bigger doesn't always mean better though, in a lot of ways. I'll be right back. I think it was chicken. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that in the background, but if you're going to have a little bit of a rumble in the background, it's my air fryer getting toasted up. So I'm fucking hungry. I just realized I'm hungry because my body's telling me I'm hungry. My body is telling me no, but my heart is telling me yes. So yeah, I mean, in the long run, you just have to kind of figure out which game you like better as far as the kind of style that the game is. I mean, watch some gameplay, see what you like, you know. Outside of that, I mean,
Michael fainted and the gunman turned up. Fucking idiot, almost hit me.
Simply had to take advantage. Hey, my people.
Do seem better. You bite human too. But you're staying locked up.
But I feel dandy. That proves
No,
that.
it proves nothing, okay? You people are eating each other out there. No one knows anything about what's going on. And I can't get hold of my agent or my manager.
Look, you can let me out. I'm a good boy. Swear on my mum's grave. Led by an eye.
Nice try. But trusting people never worked out too well for me. If I ever get 2 minutes away from him,
They're surrounding the house. They're trying to get in.
my body is telling me no.
shit. Okay, they're toy cuts. Just press the button. Come on.
Play it go.
See, this is the card system, which a lot of people don't necessarily like all that much. I don't necessarily hate it. I mean, it's not a bad system necessarily, but I can tend to see why people wouldn't like it. It is funny though that some characters get blocked for their first like defensive fucking thing, and some characters get dodge for their first defective character trait or whatever. Because the Danny, the Irish girl I played with for my first run of this game, she had a dodge the first time I played her. And then when I played the fireman stripper guy for the first time, he had block originally. This guy has dodge too. So I'm assuming that some of the lighter characters have dodge for their first move, and some of the heavier characters have block for their first move. You do eventually get block, which I think that block is probably a little better because with block you get a counter, and with dodge you don't. You just dodge. So I definitely, if I had to prefer one, I definitely think that I could probably block, but unfortunately, you don't get to choose which one you start with. It just is. So, but yeah.
Let me go talk to them. Are you sure?
Take the gun.
Nah, you need them more than me.
But yeah, if anybody's still here watching, I appreciate you guys. Hope that everybody's having a good day and not sweating your nuts off like I am. And unfortunately, unfortunately, I don't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah. Oh, I thought it was. Wait, no, I was looking at 8 or I was looking at 5. I was not looking at. Well, if I go 5, I gotta leave like soonish, and I'm not ready to leave, so I guess we'll go with 8 then. Oh! Damn it, I just closed everything. Alright, fuck, I hate sitting next to people, but I don't really have an option. So I said that as a walkway, so I can't do shit in the walkway. But I don't want to go fucking 9:45. It's how late. And then nobody's got in a seat. Then I don't want to go that late because no one will be home till fucking midnight. At 8 o'clock, it's going to have to be the one. And they have a choice. I guess this will be the seat. I don't really have a choice. Because your boy does not like to crane his neck. I'm watching a fucking movie. Shit sucks. I have neck problems as it is, so sitting there fucking staring up at the screen and going, I wish I was dead. But I usually like the very back rows for whatever reason. It's usually less people back there, and I can usually set my stuff down. But beggars can't be choosers. At least it's not getting slapped in the mouth. So I won't be a. I'm not going to be a beggar. I'm going to be a chooser. I'm going to have to choose to sit in this fucking seat and with all the people. I'll say though, it is rare that I've gone to. I can't remember what. It is the first time though in a while that I've been going to a movie that actually has a. That actually has a good amount of people in the theater. I can't even remember the last time I went and saw a movie that actually had a good amount of people in the theater. Now that I think about it, there's probably one in there somewhere. I'm not 100% on what it would be. Not do something else. But yeah, can't I just jump over this? I can't jump in here. What the fuck? Oh, okay. No, I probably can't because it's gonna do when it comes to the controllers. Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's probably also why you don't have like parkour in this game, because if you did, you'd be able to fucking like skip out on a good majority of it. Wait, what's the kick? Oh, okay. I don't like dog kicking in this game. It feels very unintuitive, but it is what it is. It doesn't even really do all that much damage. It's just a way to get the zombies away from you. You can drop kick them off like a roof and shit. Actually, no, you can't because you don't want to play on the roof. Well, okay, never mind. Take that back. There is a few times that you can play on the roof, but not many. There is one level in this game that's on the boardwalk, and I believe it's the famous one, the Santa Monica boardwalk. I think it is, which I have been to a few times. It's cool. Not as nice as it used to be, obviously. But well, it was cool when I was younger. But like the last time I went there, which was still quite a few years ago, so I can only imagine it probably getting worse by this point. But it's like when you see the Santa Monica boardwalk in like a movie or something, it has this like really cool like feel to it, as far as like, oh my god, it's the boardwalk and it's so cool, and like all these roller coaster and all that shit. And then you actually go to see it, and like it kind of looks the same for the most part. I mean, all the shops and shit you see in the movies and shit are all there, because it is filmed on location usually. It'd be too expensive, I'm assuming, to be able to mock up something like that. Or they film it like in a different boardwalk and just call it that one. But anyway, if it is filmed like on the boardwalk, then yeah, obviously it'd look the same, because it'd be the same shops and rides and shit. But like when you see it in the movie, it's because they've gotten rid of all like the drug dealers and the hobos and the fucking tweakers and the drunks and shit that are there. So it's like you see normal people there. You go by yourself or not by yourself, but like you go to see it in real life, and yeah, there's like hella like crackheads like wandering up and down and shit. You gotta watch out for like pickpockets and shit. I've seen hookers there, which I don't know how they get away with that shit, but they must be like more clever about it or some shit. I don't know, but I've definitely seen hookers on the boardwalk. My hammer broke. Oh, that was my hammer. Oh yeah, that's my hammer. Well, this broke, and I'm just gonna get rid of this because this shit sucks. How do I get rid of it? I can't break it down. I just gotta drop it. I'm gonna drop that shit. I'm gonna drop that shit too. You get so many weapons in this game. Can't even sell the shitty ones. But yeah, you go to the boardwalk like in real life, and yeah, there's like crackheads and drug users, people trying to sell you shit, and hookers and drunk people. Sometimes I've seen people like throwing up over the boardwalk and shit. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I've seen people doing it before. I've seen people taking pisses off the side of the boardwalk, which you're definitely not supposed to do because you can get like public indecency. But I've seen people do it. I've seen people throwing up on the boardwalk, getting like too fucked up. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, again, it's cool if you've never seen it before, but it just don't go there with like jaded eyes and shit. Like, oh my god, it's so cool, it's so magical. It's a lot like places that you see anywhere else, and usually a little dirtier and grimier. But I haven't been there in years, so I can only imagine what it looks like now. It's probably fucking full of homeless people and shit. Unless they have like cops. If it's not full of homeless people, it's full of cops, because the cops probably keep the homeless people out. I'm sure there's probably stabbings and shootings on it and shit still. But there's a mission on this game where you have to play on the boardwalk, and you have to, for whatever reason, I don't know why, you have to kick zombies off the pier into the water, into the ocean, which I'm assuming would not be good for anybody, but they make you do it. And so when you have to do that, it's not like you're in a good area to be able to do that, like to kick people into the ocean. You have to do it in like these really awkward places. And if you had only like one zombie at a time attacking you, then you probably could do it. Or if you had like a judo grab, you could probably do it. But you don't have a judo grab. You have no grabs in this game, I don't think. And so if you don't have a judo grab in this game, then you can't just fling the zombies off into the water, unfortunately. And so you have to either kick them off in the water, you have to hit them off in the water where they go into the water before they die. Because if they die and go into the water, they don't fucking count for some stupid fucking reason. I don't know why. But if you, so basically after that you have to get them in the water. So if you have a weapon that'll like launch them pretty far, but it won't kill them, then that'll work because then you can just hit them in the water and then they go flying in the water. But if they die before you get in the water, then you won't count. It's just wasting your time. And so basically what you have to do is you have to kick them into the water. Now the kick in this game, is not amazing, unfortunately. So because the kick kind of sucks in this game, and it doesn't really like push them the way, it just kind of stuns them. And if you kick them hard, if you kick them long enough, it'll knock them over. But it's a very like lazy, like just fall over kind of thing. It's like, it's like when you're a kid and you kind of play like you're gonna die. It's like kind of like that. You just like fall over into a clump. And so because of that, and you can't kick them when they're on the ground. You can, but it just does damage. It doesn't like push them forward like it should. So basically, you either have to get them in like the exact right spot and then kick them into the ocean, which is hard as fuck, or you have to drop kick them into the ocean, which is also hard as fuck. Because the issue with the drop kicking is once you do the drop kicking, you can't control where you're going. And I've had it happen like because you have to get them pretty close to the edge to be able to do it, make it work. I don't know why. Because for some reason, when I was just doing it, when I thought they were close enough to the edge, they were like actually like they were just barely missing the edge of the thing, and then they would get back up and then have to do it again. But if you only want to do it one time, you have to make sure they're pretty close to the edge of the boardwalk, and then you have to drop kick them in. The issue is that sometimes, every once in a blue moon, the zombies will just spaz out and walk a different direction when you're going to drop kick them, and you'll miss, and you will fly over the edge. And when you fly over the edge, you hit the water, and then you have to come back, and then you don't swim or anything, but you just get teleported back into the area, and then you lose some health. So that was a huge pain in the ass. Didn't like that mission at all. What I eventually had to do was I had to get in this like little ass ledge of the boardwalk where like the boardwalk had fallen apart or whatever, and then I had to get a hammer, like a weak ass hammer. It was like 10 levels under where I was. And I used the hammer to like when they were coming at me to like hit them, and if I was lucky, it would hit them sideways enough for them to fall over, but it wouldn't kill them because the hammer was like way weaker than what anything I could do for the zombies, so it wasn't gonna kill them anytime soon. But it was such a stupid fucking like thing. Like I couldn't have figured out how to do it without that because again, it's not like you're only getting like one or two zombies attacking you at a time, and then you just kick them in the ocean and then do two more. No, it just like at some point in time, I think I had like 15 zombies trailing me. Just it piled up from coming out from wherever the fuck they come out from. And because of that shit sucks. So I was like, fuck you zombies, up die, even though I already did. And I had to eat them in the ocean. And it was a shitty mission. And I didn't like that one at all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where'd my soda go? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah. But yeah, I don't go places where animals are going to meet. I also don't go places with really shitty weather unless I know there's not going to be shitty weather. Once upon a time when I was thinking where to move, before I left where I was living at, I do a lot of like research on where to move, and one of our friends, Big Mike, was telling me to move to Florida, and I was like, well, no, for two reasons. One, the humidity would probably make me shoot myself in the face eventually. Humidity is fucking god awful out there, and I hate it. Two, hurricanes. I don't want to have to deal with hurricanes. I didn't give a fuck if it's a light hurricane. I'm good. Fuck all that. No. Same thing with like tornadoes. I will never live in a place that has tornadoes. And though technically I think my state, like one side of my state does sometimes get them. But not often. And where I am at in the state, we don't get tornadoes. But mostly because the mountains and shit, obviously. But outside of that, yeah. And not doing the winters of the East, because the East Coast has winters like no other place. And I'm not moving to a place where it's going to snow with snow drifts higher than I stand, which can happen. Fun fact: one place I almost moved to, I'm really close to, but I ended up moving there, was Boston, Massachusetts. One, it's super expensive over there. It's like fucking damn near almost as expensive as California now, so it's not like it's any better over there for price wise. And I was like, and I couldn't find there. I mean, in that city, there's a lot of banking jobs, there's a lot of hospital jobs, and then there's a lot of underpaid retail jobs. And I didn't want to do. I don't have any medical experience. So I can't do hospitals. Banks might have been okay, but they still didn't pay that well, and you couldn't afford to live on a. You can't afford to live on a. What do you call it? A retail salary out there, or like a retail pay out there. So I was like, no, I'm good. But the other main reason I didn't move there was because they get horrible winters over there. Super cold, like under 0. And they get these storms called nor'easterns, which is like basically when Canada gets like a blizzard. Except that there is no like so for most of the northern part of the United States, I think there's a lot of mountains in the area between like with us and Canada. But right where on the East Coast, in the area that blows from Canada to down to the U.S. to Massachusetts, there is no mountains, so or at least very small mountains. So they get like the blast of the winds when it's coming that way. And the issue is that it blows these giant storms over to that part of the country, basically, and it's like blizzard on steroids. You know, like I mean, you can get a minimum of like 10 to 15 feet snowfalls when it comes to that shit. And your boy is a short king, so anything over like 6 foot tall snowdrift is going to bury me. I mean, 6 foot would still bury me, but at least it'd be somewhat reasonably okay. But no, it just again with I'm short. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, and so I would not like to walk through snow that is twice as tall as me. Thank you very much. So those are the biggest reasons I didn't move there. And like I said, there was other places I had considered. I mean, a lot of people said Texas, even though the fucking heat's just awful out there. And then you get some humidity out of Texas too. But it's just the heat. I mean, heat where I live now is fucking awful sometimes too. But Texas just in general is hot. Plus, Texas gets like a lot of. I mean, if you divided Texas into like 4 pieces, they all get like a different kind of weather somewhere in there. Some get tornadoes, some get snow, even some get monsoons, and some get horrible lightning storms, and some get all those in one kind of thing. So yeah, it was. Boy's not moving anywhere with tornadoes because fuck all that. It was bad enough living in the state with where they keep warning us that the next earthquake was going to hit us and kill us all. So yeah, not happy to live in those areas at all. So I had to pick a place that I could live and I could afford to live for the most part. And I mean, it was not super expensive, but at the same time, I'm not gonna move to like buttfuck nowhere just to like pay like fucking $300-$400 in rent when I'm only making fucking like $750 an hour somewhere. Because I'm sorry, that may be able to make it so I can live in the state, but if they're outside of everybody else, I would be still poor as fuck. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that I had to kind of decide, and I just decided not to move where there is shitty ass weather. So yeah, I don't put myself into situations where I'm gonna get like killed by a tornado or like a blizzard or fucking something crazy. So I got your boy got to be smart about things, and because I'm smart about things, then I don't have to deal with that shit. Consider myself very lucky I don't deal with that shit. Deal with enough shit as it is, I don't deal with that shit too. Fuck all that. Fuck. I said fuck all that. I said fuck all that. I said that's retarded, bro. That's retarded. I said. And for you younger folks, that was Foghorn Leghorn. He was a cartoon character, and he had like a weird, not necessarily what I call like a stutter, but he had like this thing about repeating certain things he talks. Like I say, boy. He kind of reminds me of like an old Southern grandfather when he talked, but oh. It's weird because I'm getting to that age now where like I have to somewhat explain certain things to certain people who are younger than me about what certain things are. I'm not used to that yet, but yeah.
Sam, we need to contact the authorities. Tell them we're immune.
Sure, if you want to get dissected.
Nah, bro. We'd be like superheroes. We'd be like VIPs.
Emma's got 6 months of food in the basement. We can wait out here.
The city's dead. LA's lost. Full quarantine. Our evacuation flight was shot down for fuck's sakes. I'm gonna fight my way out.
You're immune. You ain't bite-proof.
They're slow and dumb. I know I can handle myself.
You don't know shit. Out there, you gotta be a mechanic. Medic. Jackie fucking Chan rolled in the room.
Check, check, and check. Looks like I'm ready to roll.
Alright.
So yeah, your boy gonna go see the 28 years later on night. See how it is. Watching some zombies and shit. Fuck some shit up. I've seen the other two, so I figured why not.
You'll need parts. Fix up with this shit lying
I wasn't like super excited about 28 years later. At first, I thought it was never gonna get made because they've been talking about this shit for fucking probably like 28 years now. Not really, but you know, I would say at least last like fucking probably 10, 15 years or something. I don't remember when the last one came out, but it was in like I'd say like 2010 maybe or something like that. I don't know, 29, 2010, something like that. So it's been a while since they have made this, and I always heard rumblings that if they ever made another one, they were going to call 28 years later. The other one was 28 months later because it was like 28 days, 28 weeks. Then people thought the next one was going to be 28 months later, so it was going to be like 2 years after the shit happened or whatever. in the game. Um, so I didn't, like I said, I didn't know if this game, I didn't know if it was ever going to get made, to be honest. Um, but yeah, so it looks cool. 28 years, bold move. I mean, doing it 20 years after the infection. But I guess, it gives you long enough time where shit it will be different enough because obviously, um, a lot can change in 28 years. So, I know I have to make it electric. But even though they don't let me have nothing else electric in this game, but whatever. Well, I wouldn't say they don't let me have nothing else, but they definitely don't. They definitely don't let me do it for a while because I don't have any mods for a while. Because you can't even buy them for the first minute of playing this game. I can't even use the box for the first minute of playing this game, which is I think kind of stupid. You should be able to just get the box automatically, but it is what it is.
All the doors are locked. Nothing's getting in.
Now I have to talk to Carlos. I'm gonna have to use my thing, my storage box, my unclaimed weapon storage box. Oh no, this is the unclaimed property right here. Unclaimed property. I'm gonna sell some of this shit. I can't use it anymore.
Meat is bait. It's just me.
It's getting hot and hurt.
Saved my life.
It's just hot, unfortunately.
Just maybe next time.
Take off my clothes, but that would make me not hot. That just make me no clothes. And unfortunately, you'd have to go on my OnlyFans to be able to see that shit. So. That's not what I'm trying to do. Whoops. Hold on, your boy gotta go move this. Fucking away pot stickers. It's your boy on the bases. It's your boy on the bases. It's your boy doing the thing. It's your boy got the bag. Oh, come on, water. I just need you to fucking out of that second. Keep crossing shit. Well, I don't get to buy it. It's just a blueprint, but I guess I'll take this. It's a free knife. I mean, fuck it. I'll take this too. It's a free item. Alright, I'm gonna sell some shit. I'm gonna sell anything I can't use anymore. Oh, no, not that. Just so I can have a little bit extra money. No, not that.
Thanks, Carlos. This is an interesting thing you've created. I'm sure it'll be very handy. I'm gonna make sure Emma's okay.
God damn, it's fucking hot. It sucks. What am I now? Oh, I have to let Emma know I'm heading out. I'm heading out now. Alright, bye. Head out.
I feel like we're shipwrecked. Like gonna end up in some dead fan's stomach. You won't let that happen, will you?
If I'm immune, then I'm contacting the authorities.
Sam doesn't trust me.
Okay, well, that's his problem. I'm getting out of here.
We all want to leave. You wouldn't believe what we had to pay to get on that plane. We're stuck here.
Nah, we make our own way out.
You can't just jump in a car and go. The roads are all blocked. I saw videos of cars getting swarmed. You might as well put wheels on a coffin.
Yeah, the truth.
Look at those things out there, just waiting to sink their teeth into us. Face it, we'd need a helicopter to get out. And everyone who has one is already fucked off in it.
Come on, we're going to escape. Was there a local evac center? Hmm?
We were supposed to report to the Helper Inn Hotel. If Robert hadn't...
Robert really left the hole, huh?
PR, okay?
Aren't they all? Oh, getting out. End of.
Wood.
Hey. Don't forget your friends. Did you find a way out?
Lord, Lord, Lord. I'm stealing all your money, lady. Give me all that money. I want all the money. The money is my money. Money, money, money. He be acting funny because he got the money. When they got the money, then they got the honey. But then the honey duckling took all the money. Now they're really lonely with no honey money. I'm a rapper. 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 I'm on. What should my rap name be? It should be. It should be. Stank ass.
Welcome. I'm just in time for the surprise.
Bottle full of bug, looking like a dub, smelling like a bub. I don't give a rub. All up in the club. All up in the club. All up in the club. You can't even see, but I'm all up in the club. All up in the club. What you doing? I'm all up in the club. I will always be in the club. All up in the club. You cannot stop me because I am in the club. All up in the club. I am all up in the club. I don't want to sell that. Buy something else. You know what? I'm just gonna buy a fuse. I think. I want to buy 2 fuses, but I buy a fuse. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I have to go. We're downstairs, huh? Making me go all the way down. We're going down to the ground level. They're gonna apparently let me out. They gotta let me out of the building because they don't want to. They don't want to let me out.
I'm gonna check out the local evac muster point at the Halperin Hotel. If there's help anywhere, it'll be there.
Yes, good. Exactly what I was going to tell you to do. All part of my survival. You'll need keys to get out. Here. Just tell them Emma Jaunt and her staff need to be evacuated immediately. Okay?
Let's get this late. Whiny ass dude. He whiny. He's a whiny.
Come on.
He a wiener whiner.
Throw some angels my way.
He's a whiner wiener. He's a big old weenie. Weaning them, whining them, whining them, weaning. But I can't pick up the. But I can't take like a racket and like put like razor blades or something. Make it like the shredder. That'd be cool as fuck. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Ain't no zombies out here anymore right now. Going down, dirty around. Bitches wanna come in and swing. I'm gonna beat you in the head. I got a fucking axe though too. I'm about to ask you a question. Excuse me. I was just wondering, could I ask you a question? No, well I think I better ask you for directions. No, well I better ask you if you want to live. If you want to live, you better come with me. If you want to leave. You have to come with me if you want to leave. So I wanted to ask you a question about your father. Who is he? Is your father Richard Kimball? Who is your father? Is his name Richard Kimball? If it is, you are a liar. Because Richard Kimball doesn't exist. God damn you. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't touch it now. No. If you touch it, my eyes will pop out of my forehead like that one movie I did. Oh my god. See, what you have to do is you have to get a computer and you have to go back in time and you have to turn yourself into a robot and you have to put fake skin out of yourself because they won't take in organic material, and then you have to go into the future, the past, I don't know, and you have to threaten to kill a young boy named John Connor. And if you threaten to kill a boy named John Connor, then you change the time stream or something. I don't know really. I wasn't paying attention completely. It was one of those things I just kind of fell asleep, listening to because I didn't think I needed it. I mean, in hindsight, do I wish I would have listened? Oh, yes, I did, but Can you come and fucking beat me so I can electrocute you bitch ass motherfuckers? You all a bunch of bitches. You bunch of bitches. I'm gonna put water all over you. Oh, how'd you get through the electrical stuff and they didn't? Witch. Are you a witch? Do you do magic? You like Harry Potter? You do spells and stuff that's evil. Must eradicate you from the world because you are evil. We do not need you anymore. Magic is heresy. Didn't you see my movies? Haven't you seen my movies about the magics? You know I did that one movie about the magic and it had the magic in it. No. You're stupid. You're an idiot. I don't like people I don't like to work with idiots. You're probably not going to listen to this thing too much because you can't really do anything with the batteries. Oh, I can throw it this way. But, bitch, I throw this at you. Maybe I'll keep the battery just in case.
Hello? Did someone require Zompocalypse survival services?
Arnold's like, I didn't like that question last me. If you ask me again, I'm going to pop your head like a pimple. I can do it too.
You're not much to look at, but I'll take a chance on you. Say, you seen another kid out there?
Another kid? I'll have you know I'm a reasonably responsible adult.
Must have thought I was shooting at her and got spooked. Listen, if I get the key, can you search the front? You find that girl, you bring her around back, and we'll straighten this thing out. Just watch out for the other trespassers. They might... Hey, get out of there, you scourge of Satan!
Okay, I'll bite. But thank you. No, really, you are too kind. Hey, stop that!
Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Smells like doo-doo.
Yeah, now. This place.
Hello, Mr. Zombie. I have a present for you. It's going to help you. I'm going to throw it now. Why are you so insensitive about my present? I wanted to give something to you to make you electrify your life, and I didn't. You're not even caring. Nobody cares when I give them presents. Like, why should you be mad if I throw a live battery at your feet and then it executes you? Why? Why would you be mad at that? That's so cool. I wish somebody would do that to me. This is not going to do anything.
Okay, always late to the party.
Why is all of your doors locked? I need to get in. This is very inconvenient for me. There's very many zombies I need to kill in your house and you're just not letting me in to do it. You're just an evil person. Please learn to do better.
Not you, kid.
Why don't you do better?
Find that girl.
Hey, nah, I was too slow.
Whoop ass.
Son of a bitch.
Whoop ass.
I say.
God, this is playing like shit all of a sudden.
Send these party crashers back to hell.
I mean, this game does stutter occasionally, but I feel like it usually plays a little better than this. I said, what are you doing? Please stop it. Please stop it right now. I don't want to do this. Oh, there's a zombie right there and she fell down. Ma'am, you're drunk. I need to stop this.
Oh, some damn fine work. Hey, get over here. I need to talk to you. It's a damn shame about that girl, but
I said, Mom, you need to stop it. You've been a Karen. Please stop it now.
did a bit of acting in my time. Ask your mother yet. Pleasure to meet you in these dark times.
No, toilet mode is a classic.
Listen, I need help. Years of doing my own stunts means, well, the old hip won't survive this one. I need to get my chariot to get down, but the power in the house is gone foot.
Yeah, the grid stripped all over the neighborhood. Maybe the whole city.
So yeah, going to see 28 years later.
See if the problem's there.
Hopefully it'll be good.
You get things running, I can buzz you inside.
Pretty solid cast and everything. I like the other two movies too. I mean, I like 20. I think 28 Days Later was a little better than 28 Weeks Later, but 28 Weeks Later was cool. It was interesting the fact that like they thought that they had built like kind of a new utopia in order to live through the zombie apocalypse and everything, and they were like, you know, sealed in and everything. But and then like, you know, just one thing happens and everything kind of comes toppling down, which I thought was kind of cool. But we'll see how the new one is. I mean, it definitely it seems cool, and I mean, we should get some gory shit in there because the other ones weren't exactly, you know, not gory, but. So we'll see how it is. Plus, there wasn't a whole lot to see outside of that, so I still kind of want to see that ballerina movie with what's her name, with Anna de Armas, but I don't know, I haven't got into it. I mean, I love the John Wick movies. I think those are phenomenal for what they are, but. So hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. I mean, you can't. I don't think they're going to make another one if they did, because if they went in from 28 weeks later to 28 years later, I mean, what else would they be? What would they be able to jump to 28 generations later? Like, they're in the future and shit with ray guns and shit fighting zombies. Like, nah, it's probably gonna be the last one. But and I mean, after a while too, with these movies, you kind of just do the same. It kind of becomes a little repetitive too, if you think about it. So, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Super excited for it, but I definitely it's cool that it's getting made because, like I said, they've been in production with this with that movie for fucking ever. Probably like fucking 10, 15 years now. So. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Meh. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. What did I? Oh, there's only 2 rooms going here. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. I think I have to go around or something like that. I don't know exactly, but another fucking hammer plumber thing, whatever it is. But bum 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 bum. Tell me what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to do. Where am I going? I had a different mission I was doing. I wanted to do the mission with the old dude. So where do I cut the power? will restore power to quarters residents. Where is the power at? Go down. Tell me what's he going? Oh shit! Wow. I've been killing the zombies just like they did in the movie I'm about to see. Cause killing the zombies is so fun for me. You can't feel bad because they were already dead. So you just send them back to where they should be. Oh, I have to put some water on it.
Look at me, Bob. I'm a Sparky, like Uncle Trevor.
I'm electrocuted. I'm standing electrocutions. Get away.
Yes, you did it. Get your keep through. We're not out of the woods.
Can't get in there that way either. You fucking twat knockers. Where do I get in there then? Oh, I probably have to go around the front like I was before. I just couldn't do it yet because I hadn't fucking turned on the power yet. Guarantee it's probably what I had to do. Oh, I have to go the other way around. Joke's on me, guys. What a goose. What a goose. What a goose. Who's the goose? I'm the goose. Hey, what's up, Mila? Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you and Adam are doing okay. God damn, this run is fucking ass right now. Look at these zombies. They're fucking zombies are running like 2 fucking frames an hour and shit. It sucks. Fuck you, zombies. Why is the game running like turd nuggets? Well, now it's not running quite as bad. Looking like the fucking, I'm playing fucking, what do you call it? The Spider-Man game. Across the Spider-Verse shit, but it's like the fucking, like every extra frame is fucking removed to make them like all jerky and shit. But I don't know why it's. Bam. But yes, Milo, you are super correct. Super Mega Ultratron, super guy. Super Mega Ultratron, super homo guy. I don't know. I mean, we shall press on, I guess, even though this is running like kind of doogie butter, but.
More trouble's on its way. I'm gonna need you to clear the runway.
Banana, 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 banana. Banana, 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 banana. Oh shit, I'm getting beaten down. Wait, hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. Go over there. Go over there. Go over there, bitch. Go eat the flesh of the meat and the rottens of the meats. Eat the rotten meats. Eat it! Eat the meat! You can't have no pudding if you don't eat your beef! You gotta eat your rancid beef! Oh, I died. Damn. Dizzle. Dizzle, dizzle, damn, damn, I died. But at least I tried. What? The fuck, where'd you come from? This shit is playing like doodoo beans, doodoo beans. It smells like motherfucking doodoo beans, doodoo beans. Please, I just need to turn on your controller. I need to turn on my controller. They're trying to catch me riding dirty. I'm gonna stab a zombie right in the face. Bah! Prison shank style. Prison shank. They call me the shank. Oh, fuck you. Bah, 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 bah. Stab you in the face with my knife. Stabby, stabby, knife, knife in the face. Bah, bah. Bitch, 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 I'll stab you in the face too. Get away from me, bitch. I'll stab you in the face and I'll stab you in the face and your place will blow up and I'll stab you in the face. Oh shit, stalkers. Bitch. Oh, come on, man. Never had trouble on this part before. Oh, hold on. Put my paw scissors on my thing one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. We gotta celebrate. One more time. Miss going to concerts. Let's go to like EDM shows. Those were fun. I gotta go to Vegas soon and go to an EDM show. I haven't been to Vegas in a while. That's always fun. Catch these hands, brah. Ooh, catch these hands, brah. Gotta catch these hands, brah. Bah! Gotta catch me hands, brah. Bop, 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 bop. Zombies are dead.
Word to the wise is, if you're gonna fight these things with grenades,
Bop, 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 bop. I killed zombies.
now, luckily, the lift rail was sturdy. Power them. I'll take my chance. My ears are playing tricks on me. More trouble's on its way. I'm gonna need
Bitch, you better buckle your old ass up into that seat before I kick your old ass EE ass motherfucker out and beat you up sudden back with a motherfucking hammer or some shit, man. I'll beat your ass, man. Come on, man. Don't play with me, man. My time, man. You been playing with my time, my emotions, man.
check your corners, kid.
Why you be playing with my emotions, motherfucker? Why you be playing with my money? My time is my money, and my emotions is my time, and my money is my time and emotions. Why you playing with them, motherfucker? I don't understand. Call me Big Worm? Big Perm? Big Worm? Bop, 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 bop. I shot you in the, or actually I stabbed you in the face. Bitch, you don't actually, you don't fuck me cool, special enough. You ain't special nothing. Shit.
My favorite days of the song.
You a bitch.
Cowardly little
Fight your whole brethren.
deserve. I don't know about you, kid, but there's more than enough excitement for one.
Test your fight. I mean fart. Test your fart. Now, scorpions. Why did you do the scorpions? The scorpions ate this thing of you, and then they scorpions. What am I supposed to do?
Someone up there must really like me if they sent you to save me, huh? Not sure what I did to deserve it, though.
Well, Mum was partial to a Sunday afternoon with Curtis Sinclair. God rest her soul.
Yeah, it's just weird how much the colors are different on
Thing in this house you
my TV versus my computer.
we damn sure can't stay here, though.
The colors are just much like richer,
The joint residence is taken from my
but it's probably because my TV's 4K, so I'm assuming that's probably what it is.
Bring me your squirrel, your red-tailed maniac. Well, I'll be there.
You probably think that you are far.
Piece of my mind for not checking in on.
Yeah, well, Mr. Steele is no longer with us. Us being the living.
He's dead. And Shay? So, I'm old, can't see nothing. Peggy here will make sure I get fine. We'll see. Now get.
Ugh.
Peggy, I feel all
I don't remember what I got from this one. Oh, I think I got a golf club. Maybe. I don't know.
safe from you by my time. But we ain't out of this.
Some point in time when you after you help this guy and he ends up at your like actual the location that you were staying at before with the actress lady, then he will ask you to do another mission, which I don't remember what it is exactly. And then if you beat that one, he gives you a rifle, which is a really good rifle. It's wonderful, man. It's far from you again. I don't remember if I actually explored this guy's house last time. Far from you again. Wah 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 wah. Ba 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 ba. It was kind of funny in the first Dying Light game. There was like an Easter egg level where you could go down a pipe and then you would pop up in the like a level based on Mario with like blocks and shit. It wasn't like a big thing; it was just a little thing. But it was kind of cool. They put it in there, and I think after you beat it, you get the Tanuki suit or something, which is like it's like the only glider kind of thing you ever get in the game. It doesn't work super well, but it's still in there. But yeah, thanks for everybody for stopping in. If you're here watching me kill some zombies with one instrument objects. Sweating balls off because hot as fuck here and it sucks. So I figure, hey, if we're gonna be hot as fuck in here, we might as well be hot as fuck in the game too. So we're in LA, which is also hot as fuck and smoggy and foggy. I did LSD one time and was driving. We were driving to I can't remember, a suburb outside of LA or something like that. It wasn't in LA. It wasn't like in downtown LA because we drove out of downtown LA. But I remember I was in the back of the car that we were in, and I was starting to fucking trip nuts. And I remember looking backwards for some reason. I don't remember why. And at night, which is this is kind of disgusting and amazing at the same time, but at night in LA, if you are far enough away from the city, you can see like a globe of smog being reflected by the lights of the city, basically, right? It's pretty fucking gross, but it's also kind of cool to look at. But it's also gross because you're breathing that shit out on daily because LA is fucking smoggy as fuck. But anyway, so I don't know if it still is, but it was back when I was there last. But it's air quality's pretty shit there, and it's not even for fires and shit. I mean, fires probably too, but just in general, the smog index is off the charts in that fucking city. But anyway, I remember looking back and I was looking at I could see the dome of smog around the city, and the dome of smog around the city was like what's the term? Like rotating colors. So like, and it was like doing it to the beat of whatever the fuck we were listening to, as well. and so it was like the colors were matching the beat of the song that we were listening to in the car, and it was like kind of pulsating a little bit, like a I don't know, some kind of like EDM fucking disco ball or something. It was pretty cool. It's one thing I'll always remember about that trip. I mean, that whole trip was kind of cool, but it was kind of weird at the same time. Because me and my roommates, who I was living with in college at the time, had met these guy and this girl, like really randomly. I don't remember who the fuck or where the fuck we met them at. I think we met them at it wasn't a bar because I wasn't old enough to drink. We met them somewhere. I don't remember where. And they were super cool. I mean, they could have like killed us and robbed us, but they were cool. And I don't honestly remember their names now. I used to remember the girl's name because her and I kept in touch for a little while after all this happened. But oh wait, no, sorry, two different. Okay, no, change that. Well, no, actually, kind of in the same way. So, if you've ever been to San Francisco, there's this place called Hippie Hill. It's a place where people, it's always the place where they do like the big 420 thing for the most part in San Francisco. I don't know how much it is there now because it started to get kind of grimy. Like last time I went there was like a shooting or something later on and stabbing or something. So I don't know if like they were trying to kind of ward off people from going there or not. But anyway, there's a place called Hippie Hill, and it's basically just a giant patch of grass that people sit on and stuff. There's a hill, obviously, and so you can sit there and people smoke weed and do drugs. So we went there for something that was going on. I don't think it was 420, but we went there for something. And we met this chick named Gina and her friend Nick Venuto. I actually did keep in touch with Gina for a while, and then she got married and just ghosted me, which is fine. I don't really care. But anyway, but we were all friends for a good while there, and they were originally from LA, and they were going to college there. I don't remember what the fuck college they were going to, but it was like outside of the city. But it was like it was a college out there somewhere, and they were going to college. But they'd come to San Francisco for something, and we'd all met up somehow. I think through my roommate Marty, actually. He just kind of met people all the time. But anyway, so we met them, and they were cool. And they came back to our apartment, and we all hung out and whatnot. And we all kind of kept in touch for a little while there. And one point in time, Gina had reached out and was like, "Hey, there's a big rave that's going on in over here. Do you guys want to come?" And we were like, "Hell yeah!" It was called Winter Fresh. I actually used to know the website for a long time, even though the website got shut down after the whole thing happened because it didn't need it anymore. But anyway, it was called Winter Fresh, and it was a big like Christmas themed fucking rave, right? And so we went. They'd come and picked us up in the middle of the night, and we went to the rave. Or well, no one said we went, not just to the rave anyway, but we went to LA, and that's when they had some acid taps, so we each popped one, and that's when I saw like the pulsating lights of the smog of LA. It's kind of cool, but gross at the same time. But yeah, interesting time. We had stayed in their dorm, we had stayed in Nick's dorm, during the nights that we were there. We'd like sleep on the floor with sleeping bags. It was funny now that I think about it. It kind of sucked at the time because it was uncomfortable as fuck, and we were sitting on the floor with fucking warm. But at the same time, it was cool. We got all the free food we wanted though, because he was being apparently like he had gotten in some trouble, so he was being kicked out anyway. They just hadn't like formally done it yet. And he was trying to use up all his lunch credits, and he had a bunch of them. There was like no way that he was ever going to be able to use it in the time that he had left. He only had like a month before they were probably booting him. So yeah, we basically got to eat for free like every meal because we went to the cafeteria, and he would use all his lunch credits to be able to pay for us to eat, and then we would that's it. We would just eat for free basically. So yeah, we would roll up in there fucking like, I mean, we weren't there for a whole long time. We were only there for like 3 days, I think. But 2-3 days. But yeah, we went up there and ordered we basically ordered like one thing every off the menu. I remember the lady who was taking our order was because they kind of like a mockery like cafeteria type of thing, like cafeteria restaurant type deal. And so they had like students that work there, and so they actually like physically come and take your order, and then like it's kind of like a diner in a way. So we so yeah, she came to take our order, and Nick had told us, he was like, dude, I'm getting kicked out eventually anyway. He's like, they haven't reached their formal decision, but I'm supposed to meet with them in like, it was like 3 weeks or something from when we were there, and he's like, and I'm probably gonna get kicked out, so I gotta spend this shit before I go. And so yeah, he was like, dude, just get literally whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck what it is. Order it. Even if you're not fucking feeling like ordering it, eat it now. We can take it back to the dorm, and I can keep it in my fridge. And if it's okay to get cold, whatever it was. He's like, but seriously, just give it whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I have so much. He's like, I have like 4,000 credit unions or credits to spend as far as fucking lunch credits, and he's like, there's no way. I mean, I could eat all of this all before I go, basically. And so we were like, all right. And so we literally did. We ordered everything that we wanted on that fucking menu. And the lady looked at us like we were fucking insane. Like, dude, I mean, I think I ordered probably one of every side that they had. Like onion rings, wings, mozzarella sticks, french fries, like fucking fried fucking pickles. Like, and then I ordered like a burger, like a grilled cheese sandwich, like, all kinds of shit. I mean, dude, we barely had room on the table from all the shit that we ordered. People looked at us like we were fucking insane. But yeah, we ate most of that shit, dude. We didn't actually really all have that much to take with us back when we went back to, mostly because like the servings were also bullshit, man. Like if I had actually paid for that shit, I'd have been fucking pissed. So it was like, I mean, I don't know exactly what the monetary value of it was in the long run because I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, if there had been some kind of monetary value, I guarantee that shit would have been marked up like a motherfucker. So like when we ordered stuff, it would come in like one of those little paper trays that they serve like fries in, but like for all the appetizers and shit. So like if you ordered wings, you got like 4 wings, like 4 or 5 wings. If you ordered fucking mozzarella sticks, you got like 4 or 5 mozzarella sticks. It wasn't like you got like 10 or 20 or something like that. It wasn't like a super huge amount. It was like these little ass fucking pussy ass fucking serving amounts that they were giving you as far as the amount of food that you were getting, basically. And I was like, this is fucking janky as balls. Like, why the fuck? Like, I mean, even if this shit is free, dude, I would be so pissed if I had to pay for this because, again, I guarantee you, this shit is like, it's probably like $1 a credit or something. I guarantee it, or something like that, or like 1 or 10 credits for every $1 or something. But I guarantee you, the mozzarella sticks alone were probably like fucking like $7 to $10 or something like that. Like the little thing of mozzarella sticks. I guarantee the wings were probably about as much, like $7 for like 4 wings. I guarantee you it was fucking, dude, the shit was probably outrageous. So it's like, I mean, granted, one person eating all that food, yeah, I probably wouldn't be away. But outside of that, like, that, it really was like kind of disgusting how much they probably charged for that food for students. And honestly, it wasn't even like that amazing of food. It was pretty fucking subpar food. Like, I guarantee most of that shit was frozen or something when they already just put it in a fucking microwave. Definitely for the mozzarella sticks, they were definitely like not freshly fried mozzarella sticks like in any way, shape, or form, which I didn't exactly expect. But I'm pretty sure I bit into one and it was still kind of cold on the inside, and so I'm pretty sure it wasn't like the most gourmet fucking meal in the world. But hey, I didn't have to pay for food while I was there, so that worked. Really well to pay for was just help with gas, which wasn't much, and then like just buy our tickets for the fucking rave. And I mean, the rave was cool. It ended up being really fucking cold because for whatever reason, I don't know why. LA has like really hot summers. Again, like, 85, 90 on average, usually close to 100 or above 100 on LA. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I guess because they're closer to the equator or something, who knows. But, yeah, it was really hot. And, like, I don't know why. LA has, like, really hot summers. Again, like, 85, 90 on average, usually close to 100 or above 100 on LA. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I guess because they're closer to the equator or something, who knows. But it gets really hot in the summer in LA, like really hot, and for whatever reason, it gets really fucking cold during the winter. Not like cold with the snow, because they don't have like that kind of moisture in there and shit, and just other factors that don't play into having snow. But no, it's like for whatever reason, I don't know why, their winters are fucking like bitter cold out there. It's not cold with the snow, but it's just like cold enough to piss you off because it's so cold. And I've never been able to figure out exactly why. I mean, there's got to be something about LA that just makes it cold there, but it's pretty fucking cold. Oh shit. So yeah, it was. I mean, and for reasons that is probably too long complicated. Well, not really. Okay, so basically, I had bought some something to indulge in for the rave when I was going to it, and I put it in a weird spot. Not like in my body, but like something I was wearing. I put it in like a brim of my hat, basically, and then they ended up I lost whatever I had bought, and so I actually wasn't like. I mean, I was stoned obviously because we were smoking weed, but I wasn't on anything else basically when I was there. Surprisingly enough, it's like one of my first big raves, and I wasn't actually on like much of anything. I wish I had been, but I just wasn't for different reasons, and so. Yeah, but anyway, it was just really fucking cold there. So I wasn't even like on any substances that would warm me up, and so it was really fucking cold. Like, and and I'm glad So I remember somebody saying like, hey, you don't need your sweatshirt. You don't need to bring a sweatshirt with you, dude. Like you're gonna be like super hot eventually, and it's blah blah. Because if I had been indulging, then I would have been pretty hot, but I wasn't indulging, so I wasn't hot, and so. They were like, you don't need your sweatshirt, but I was like, I'll bring it with me anyway, and I'm just gonna hold on to it if I don't need it. And they're like, all right, dude, you're not gonna want it, or whatever. I am so fucking glad I brought my sweatshirt with me when I went to that shit because I was so fucking cold, even with my sweatshirt on, dude. It was horrific. Like, it was not even like, it was almost so cold that it wasn't fun. And I was watching all these like shirtless dudes and these chicks in booty shorts and fucking, pasty on their titties and shit, and it was still fucking freezing. I don't know how the fuck. Like, it was still great. It was a fun time. Don't get me wrong. Although, looking back on it, it was slightly ghetto in a weird way. Now that I think about it, because the way that the whole thing was situated was a little odd compared to other raves I've been. Like other raves, for the most part, have like one or two booths at them, or not booths, but like one or two stages that you can like kind of migrate between. I mean, unless you're at like a big music festival or something, which this was not. Usually you have like one. I mean, most of the time you have like one mix table, and then that's where the music comes from, and that's it. Even in like most clubs and shit I've been to, that's pretty much how it is, for whatever reason. But yeah, it's one of those weird things where it's like for whatever reason, when we went to this one in LA, which wasn't a pretty big area if I remember correctly, like there was a lot of different like places of people playing there, but like I think although that was probably part of the issue, they tried to do too much, but like with not enough. So like every area was just like in this like a tent basically, like a giant tent, like almost like a relief tent or something, but like it was big enough to fit like 100 or so people in each one, I would say, give or take, maybe more. I don't know. Anyway. But it was like in these tents, like I don't know, there wasn't much to them. It was just they were like fabric tents basically that you would like walk in, and they'd have like fog and like the booth set up in the middle and the lights and stuff. But like as I think about it now, it was all very kind of like low budget for some reason. And I've been to like other places where I paid probably just as much, maybe not maybe slightly more, but just about just as much, and not that. Like ghetto, I don't know. It just now that I'm thinking back on it, it definitely was a little. It was a little under budget from what I thought it was going to be for something like that in LA. But it is what it is. I still had a great time for the most part, and. We even met people, or we even met like a couple people there that we hung out with afterwards and stuff. But it was all I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I need my pasta stickers real quick and they're good. Only pasta stickers I found that are both good and have good sauce with them for some reason. I've tried all the other ones they have in the store and they all suck. Either the dough is too thick and they don't cook right, or the sauce sucks. These are the ones I found that cook right. They cook well, they taste good, and the sauce is fucking basically soy sauce. All these other ones have like this weird fucking like wannabe soy sauce to them. Now, granted, soy sauce is not good for you. It is basically like 90% sodium, but you know, it's a lot of fucking salt in soy sauce. Also, I mean, basically, soy sauce is like soy wine, basically, in a weird way, because you basically make it the same way as you make like wine and shit, like fermenting the soybeans with spices and shit. And that's basically how you get soy sauce. I have to go. There's a way to get outside, but I think maybe it's this way. Yeah, I have to go this way. I'll need that. So I can go this way. Oh, there's no reflection. I have no reflection. I'm a vampire. Ah! It's not really zombies. It's all vampire apocalypse. That's what it is. It's twist. Twist is the vampires. We're all vampires. I don't got no reflection. Goddamn, I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire, but I don't sparkle. Sorry, I don't sparkle in the sun. I'm a vampire, but it doesn't seem like I need blood. I'm a vampire. I don't know why. I'm a vampire. I guess I can't die. I can't die because I'm a vampire. We're immortal until somebody puts a stake through my heart. But nobody's done that, so I'm not dead. So I do stuff that I want to do because I'm not a vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. I ain't got no reflection. I'm a vampire. The only thing that sucks about coming in the way I did is the fact that there is no proper way to get out of here now, and so I just have to figure out a way to drop down without having the least amount of damage to my fucking body. See, so what I probably could do is, okay, well I did take some damage, but whatever. Cause I'm a vampire. Oh shit, I hit him though. I still hit him. Oh man, weird. Protein bars and energy drinks, that's what keeps me alive. Ladle, 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 ladle. Ladle, 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 ladle. Oh Lord. 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 Fuck, it's hot. It's pretty fucking hot. And if I didn't have an auxiliary mic and it wouldn't be so loud, I'd probably turn my air conditioner. But it's really fucking loud, so I don't want to do that right now. So I will suffer in the heat. And we're in here apparently, so. Alright, well I gotta start following the little yellow dot because I pretty much got everything I needed here.
Back on track. Result.
Literally not figuratively. Oh yeah, I gotta go to that hotel. Kind of wonder why they made this one section like its own section in this game for some odd reason, because it is literally just like the hotel and the surrounding area of the hotel. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem like big enough to be able to consider like a whole area. Like there's sections of this game that are like parts of cities and shit like that, but like this one is just a hotel. I don't know. It seems like kind of a waste of space to have it like a separate whole thing, but. Wow. I get the ninja stars now.
Alfred's around the corner, if I remember rightly.
The Shadukins.
That house where I
The Shurukins. Whatever.
followed through it.
You can be like, bitch. Oh, wait, hold on. This is my bitch. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Now. Bitch, say what? Abba! The Shurikens are cool until you get the grenades, and then the grenades just kind of wobble ass, but. I would love to mod these, but I don't have any mods yet. It's weird because they let you mod your fucking what do you call it in the beginning? The machete, but like you don't actually have the mod to be able to do it there. You gotta like buy it or find it. So I don't know real mods anyway. I could do electricity for my knife. I can't do electricity. I wonder why I can't do electricity for that one, but I can do it for the knife. I'm gonna break these down for parts. I don't think I want to get scrap for them anyway, but whatever. I can't do. Why can't I do anything with that thing? And I think it sucks because like one of these, the few mods that you do, the few mods that you start out with, these ones are like, I don't know, because you get better ones later on that are not, they don't have any like downside to them. These ones have a downside to them. Like this one is attack speed, but but you don't have as much force, which means you can't knock down zombies as much. You increase damage, but you reduce durability, so your weapon breaks more, and that sucks because these weapons do not last as long as those. And this increases force but reduces attack speed. I guess I'll do this one. Fucking whatever. I mean, I'll do the electrical one unless it's very least. Yeah, they say you can do electrical weapons even though the knife sucks balls. Oh, yeah, hold on, I gotta see that one. Oh yeah, you can't. Oh well, you can repair that. I was like, you can't repair some of these apparently. I can't repair this one because it's probably just too weak. All right, cool. I gotta get somewhere. Gotta go fast. At the very least, I will be able to get what's it called? Mom later on. Bam! Curd stomp. Curd stomp. Shit sucks. That shit is doo-doo beans.
The quake hit hard here.
If you get close enough and you hit them with all three, it usually kills them for the first part of the game. Later on, these things don't do dick worth fucking. They don't do any kind of damage, but right now they do. Hold on. Okay, cool. You can. You can electrocute the water in this game, which is kind of cool. Granted, it's not the first game or anything that's ever done anything like that because obviously Bioshock and shit did it before that, but it's cool aspect. It does help clear the zombies a little faster because the zombies can be kind of a bitch in some areas of those games. That's good. It's kind of hectic, so. I'm dying. I'm dying. Yeah, the colors are definitely much more vivid on my TV, but I guess that makes sense because my TV is 4K, so it's probably like my TV is probably how this is supposed to look, and I would love to play this on my TV if I could, but I don't have. I have to like I have to play it like off stream because I can't for whatever reason. I don't know why. Whenever I start this game up, it plays on my my computer only, and I can't figure out how to like. There probably is a way to switch the screens now that I think about it, but I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. I mean, either way, I played this on the computer. It looks fine. It's just on my TV. It looks just the colors look a lot better. But then again, this fucking game is from like DVD bears, so I probably have two. I'm getting a hot stuff, baby, this evening. I'm getting a hot stuff, baby, tonight. Where am I supposed to be going? I'm supposed to be going this way to the hotel.
The Halperin Hotel.
I got a sledgehammer. Cool. I got a sledgehammer. You going to hammer some sludges? You can't hammer sludges. It's a protected species. Says who? The government. Fuck the government. Oh, I don't let you hear them say that. They'll come after you. They will. Oh, they won't do anything to me. Oh, they might. Oh, they won't do anything. Alright, let's see. I got some new cards. I'm going to see what I got. I got a drop kick, and that's it. So I can do a drop kick. Oh, wow. What's this one? We'll do like this. Okay, so we got Pain Threshold, Survival Skill card. Though you got all, that's all you got. Block and dodge. Minor damage boost. Use a med kit. Trigger force explosion. Laugh in the face of death. Counter attack zombies to gain a point. Counter attack zombies. I have to block before I can do that. The counter attack is probably the only reason the block is a good thing because you can. I have to add one here. If you block it, then you get extra damage or whatever. You get a counter attack, but you don't get a counter attack when you're dodging, which is kind of stupid. You think they might give you something like that, but they don't. So unfortunately, you don't get any counter attack when you're dodging. You only get it when you're blocking. And so that for that one reason, and because the counter attack is basically like a one-hit kill as far as the zombies go for the most part, as far as what I've seen, that means that counter attacking is fucking like way stupidly fucking stronger than just dodging. Because dodge, you may not get hurt, but you won't do damage. If you counter attack, then you both dodge and, or I mean not dodge, but you don't get any damage and you fucking don't, and you get a one-hit kill. So. Wow, wow. I beat her face in with my bullets. It's like, what is his name from there? Volgan? Colonel Volgan or something like that from Metal Gear Solid? Like the one that you have to fight when like you fight him in the lift or whatever. He has like the electrical powers, so the bullets he can make them explode or whatever. So he like punches you and makes the bullets go off and like kill people that way. But yeah, you shot the power too, but I don't know what the power is. There's no way to find out what the power is. I can't figure out where. Oh shit! Can't figure out where the power is coming from. Oh, pieces. You goddamn hoodlums. Don't make it beat you with my shillelagh. I'll give you a good whapping with my shillelagh, and then you'll die. You will. You'll have to hide your bodies with the pigs. Because the pigs will eat your bodies. They will. I've seen them do it. Oh, fuck. Fucking pussy twat. Pussy twat! Buy 'em. Eat it. I think she spit on me. Okay, so I do kind of remember what to do in this part though, because you have to go around here. You have to break this thing. Shut out the box. You have to hit this as it becomes zombies banging ass and all. Break the leg. Gave her the stanky leg. Alright, and then you have to come over here and you break the window. Maybe that's something alarm, but whatever. Oh shit, it just come out of nowhere. Okay, and then find a weapon you just don't care about. I'll take this one, and then you throw it there. Ah, and then you open it up. That's how you do that. The more you know. Do 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 do. I didn't want that back. Well, that's probably not gonna use it. Oh, you bitch. Now, I'm assuming these are all security guards, and yet, for whatever reason, none of them have the key that I originally needed for that door. So who the fuck has the key and where is he? Because I don't know if I've ever actually found the key for this door. I've only ever found just the way to do it the way I did it. So, I'm not going down there because there's a lot of zombies that want my ass down there. Yeah, I made that mistake when I very first played this. I definitely went somewhere I wasn't supposed to and got my ass whooped quite a few times. And I'm somewhat blockaded when it comes to video games at times, so it's like when I did that, I kept being like, oh, I'm getting this time, so I go back, get my ass whooped, die, go back, get my ass whooped, die, go back, get my ass whooped, die. Like, I don't remember if I ever actually beat anybody down there when I originally was trying to. I think I went back and eventually did it, but I don't think I did it back then, so I probably didn't. I probably somewhere along the way admitted defeat. So much stuff to steal, so little pockets to steal it with. Get off me. Hold on. What's ya, bitch? Oh, wait, hold on. What's ya, bitch? Bitch, ah. Now I thought I got like a health boost or something if I killed zombies in that session, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Maybe there's some grunts holed up inside.
Curmudgeon. Curmudgeon old man. Why is my CPU fluctuating so hard when it comes to certain things? I don't understand. I don't think I have anything else open, do I? I have this and I have that open, but that's about it. I don't think I have anything else. I closed everything else. Oh well. Maybe it's just the way it is. Oh, I gotta put it back on here. That's just the way it is. Things will always be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will always be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Someone didn't want anybody or anything to get out.
Her head just popped off like a little.
Shit is how I describe.
Alright guys, I don't know if anybody else is watching, but I think I'm going to call it for today, or at least for now. I might be on later today after I get back from the movies and shit and see if my thing is going better, but I don't know what's going on. My CPU is fluctuating so hard. This game's kind of running like butt scenes, and yeah, so definitely will be on again, probably today hopefully, unless somebody else is streaming or something. But I appreciate anybody who's still on here watching this shit, and I hope everybody's doing well, and everybody has a good day. Stay safe, stay hydrated,
So
and we will pick this up again later.